Here's what I've learned after being a social media manager for over 900 days. Now, if you don't know, if you're new to this channel, I've pretty much only really been posting about AI automation and N8N and OpenAI, Claude, self-hosting, whatever. And I haven't really showed the other side of what I do, which is social media marketing. So I help small businesses, mostly coaches, consultants, advisors, realtors, more individuals, not only market, but attract leads and then manage all of them with AI and automation. So I've always been doing the marketing part, but I've only really been showing how to automate and build everything in the back end on camera. So this is pretty much me showing the full scope of everything that I do. The first thing that I've learned after doing this for over 900 days is that editing sucks. If you are not passionate, if you do not have a drive for editing and making changes and color grading, you're gonna have a really, really bad time. Now, thankfully, I've done a lot of videography and photography before I even started doing social media management. I had a whole fashion phase and artsy phase. I had all of that, right? So I already had experience with Photoshop and Premiere Pro. I even dabbled in After Effects for a little bit. So I enjoy it. I enjoy doing it. I have fun doing it. But being forced to do it and then doing it for fun is two different things. Now, I'm not saying that I hate editing or doing anything for my clients. What I'm saying is the moment that you no longer have complete creative freedom and you have to follow a script over and over again, that joy pretty much leaves. And again, not saying that I don't enjoy doing it, but if you're someone who doesn't like editing in the first place or doing all of that, then you being forced to do it for your business is going to be terrible. Which is why I highly advise that if you have a business that's profitable right now, definitely look into getting your own social media manager and or video editor to handle that for you. Especially if you're really serious about getting out daily content, because I promise you right now, it is an entire second job just to edit and get that out. And if you need any help with that, click the link down below in the description, book a free call. We can talk about what you need exactly, social media, editing, and possibly even automations in the background to help you spend more time on what you do and not on things like editing. Number two, it is very easy to get lost in power. And I don't mean power as in, yes, I control everything, I'm the manager, What I mean is the moment you start doing something like social media management, right? The moment you are delegated with an important task like a marketing for an entire business, you're gonna wanna do as much as possible. You're gonna want the best camera, you're gonna want the best lighting, you're gonna wanna have the best automations in the background, whatever, right? The most expensive CRM. And over time, all of that's going to add up. So now you have to juggle the power of N8N and automation. You have to juggle this brand new Canon camera and CRM software. It's a lot of power. It's a lot of things going on. And like I just said, editing is basically an entire job. Like you pay and hire editors. Automations is if you watch this channel at all, you already know automations is a huge thing. And then of course, social media management is again its own thing. So it's very easy to get caught up on the power of all of this. You want to be the best, you want to have this, you want to have that. It's very distracting. And again, if you're doing all this yourself and you don't have a social media manager, you don't have someone running your marketing for you, it gets very messy. Because now not only are you spending time working with your actual clients, but you're also spending time figuring out how to wield all this power with AI and software and technology and camera setups, lighting and all that. Again, thankfully, I enjoy doing all of this. I enjoy automations. I enjoy setting up lighting and cameras. I enjoy filming. I enjoy all of this stuff. So to me, it's not... it's not really work. It's more just me being responsible for something that I really love to do. If you don't love all of this, then there's no reason you should do it. Click down below. And that kind of plays into point number 3, which is being focused doesn't mean addition. I heard this quote from Alex Ramosi and other people. Like I said earlier, if you want to do everything possible for your marketing, you want to have the best automation set up, you want to have the best mini chat installation, you want the best camera and hooks and lighting and coloring, all of that is good. That's great. But what I've learned from over these 900 days is that it doesn't really mean anything. Should you have good quality camera? Yes. Should you have good lighting? Yes. Should you have automations running in the background? Of course. But focusing on all of that instead of what you actually do, aka working with your clients, selling products, going to seminars, hosting live events, whatever. If you're so focused on setting all of that up, it doesn't really mean anything if you're not focusing on what you actually do. Now, if you haven't seen the video I did where I pretty much gave a behind the scenes of me filming with one of my clients, going out there in the field with him, and then coming back, editing, setting up automations, all that. If you haven't seen that, go look at it. But in that video, he even said it himself, having to do what you do, for in his example, working with the clients, going to open houses, setting everything up, and have to pull out your phone and figure out, is this the best angle? Where's the lighting at? Someone else is coming in, you have to talk to, like doing all of that. Again, marketing is a job. And then you can even break that up even more. Editing efficiently is a job. Social media is its own, like, it's all different. It all requires focus. And then if your main thing is something completely different outside of marketing, it gets very messy, and you adding all of that takes away from your focus on what actually brings you money, which again is why it's very important to have someone on your team or with you that understands all of this. So you don't have to. The amount of time and stress you can save is amazing. And number 4, content is really all about the hook. What I've seen right now is, right, a lot of people online who have success with social media, views, whatever. And if you really pay attention, a lot of the people online aren't that smart. Like, a lot of people who are making money, especially at a young age, realistically, if you're only 18, 19, 20, 21, whatever, making millions or hundreds of thousands of dollars, then you haven't really had enough time to really develop any long professional skills. Again, if they're online as an influencer or whatever, they just had a really good hook or something that grabs their attention, whether it's, something stupid like a prank, they're attractive, or again, they're just really good at figuring out how to get people's attention in the first 3 seconds. And that's really all it is. Everything else afterwards comes with time. But again, if you can get that first 3-second hook specifically for short form content, everything else just falls into place. Because if you can get the views and attention from the right people, specifically, views overall don't really matter. But if you can get a million views from everyone who could potentially be your client legitimately, then that's amazing. But if it's just a million views for like a prank video, you don't really make, like, there's nothing you can really do with that. So the formula that I've seen that works for myself, for clients, for random people online, people make videos about this all the time, is the hook, the value in the middle of what you just said in the hook, or something to satisfy them, and then a CTA at the end to either follow, buy my product, buy my service, follow me for more content. And really the hardest part in what I've seen is really just the hook. Even for myself, like, I've made videos where I'm just like this, like just talking to the screen, not just being very static, very lifeless. And I'm like, why hasn't that worked? And then whenever I'm more sporadic, more energy, whatever, or I try something creative, it turns out better than I really expected, right? And I didn't think it would, but I'm like, I don't feel like recording it again. It was a mistake, whatever. It turns out to be really good. It happens. Figuring out how to make the hook, how to add the value to it that connects to what you're talking about, in this case for, business-wise, and then getting a CTA at the end to hook everything together. Is it complicated? Not really. It's more just about trial and error until you figure out what works for you in your situation. Which again, if you're working with clients all day, you're busy on the road, you're doing this, you're doing that, if you don't really have time to do it, then you sitting there and trying to figure out how to do it is an entire part-time job you have to do once you clock out. So you're basically working 2 jobs now for no reason. When again, you can just bring somebody in and have them handle it for you. Which, if you're interested in having that done for you, having your market, having your marketing and all of your automations fully taken care of so you can only focus on helping your clients and showing up when you need to, click on the link down below in the description, book a free call. We can talk about it, see what you need right now and what you don't really need. Because again, chances are, unless you really got things figured out, you don't even need automations. You just need consistent content. But again, book a free call so you can figure that out, and or take the quiz assessment down below, also in the description. That way you kind of get a gauge on what you really have going on right now without having to do a meeting and all that, because I get it, you don't want to have to schedule a call. But the quiz can pretty much tell you, okay, based on these few questions, here's where you really need to focus on, and then you can just go from there. So again, if you need help, click down below. 2 sources right there for you. But if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you.